about him. He's a musician from the Palisades. He lives with his parents who are disabled. The condo burnt down. They have no fire insurance, no home insurance. And I want you here for him, John, because you're going to know the situation better than I. Chad, I'm very sorry to hear about the situation. How are your parents doing? How are you holding up?
Thank you. I mean, I'm devastated. It's cliche to say that, but I'm angry. I'm sad. Regretful. I'm thankful. I'm angry because people like Bill Riley will say that criminals are walking the streets of New York. The real criminals are the insurance companies. The insurance companies did not take care of anyone in our neighborhood. They do not have a history of taking care of people in that way. Insurance companies' claims are routinely denied. I don't frankly know how to begin to rebuild in light of what is going on right now. I've got nothing. I got 3 guitars out and that was it. No music equipment. I'm hoping to replenish my creative drive in the coming days. But right now I'm just shaken and I'm frustrated by the lack of preparedness displayed from top to bottom. There's very little. You can use the bully pulpit to hold insurance companies accountable and things like that, but they pulled out of the state. They abandoned us. We're left here to pick up the pieces, and it's heartbreaking and infuriating.
John, what do you say to families like Chad's and the Comeys who were denied the insurance that they need living where they are?
Unfortunately, there's a problem throughout the state of California. The insurance industry canceled thousands, tens of thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of policies for what they thought was a reduction of the risk. They left the homeowner with no place to go. There is a program that is available. It's called the FAIR Plan. We built that up in the early 90s, and it does exist today. And it is the insurance of last resort. It is a bare bones policy. I don't know the exact circumstances of this very terrible situation. It may very well be that that they were unable or didn't know that they could get FAIR Plan insurance. The insurance company simply sent them a letter saying, as of this date, your insurance is canceled. That's reprehensible, but it's far too common throughout the state of California. Now, the claims issue is going to be the challenge that every one of these homeowners is going to face.
Yeah.
That claims issue is going to be extraordinarily difficult. I would suspect that this gentleman has no idea how he's going to be. Well, he has no policy, but others
he doesn't have a claim issue because the company cut them off right before the risky period. John, drink some water. You're coughing. Correct. It's okay. I'm going to run out of show here anyway, but let me do this. Chad, I'm going to shoot you my text number, all right? And I'm going to stay in touch with you as you're trying to figure out what to do with your family, and I'll help you through what programs we can find and how you can help your family. John, put a button on it.
President Biden has declared this a national disaster area, and FEMA is on the ground, Federal Emergency Management. There will be assistance for people like Chad who have no place to go, who have been totally burned out and do not have insurance. FEMA will be there to provide emergency money to assist them through this crisis and even beyond. So there is in place a federal program that Chad and others can rely upon.
I got you, John, but I'm not talking about 3 hots and a cot. They're going to have to rebuild, find a place to live, and that's why you usually have insurance, is to restore what was inside the home and to put yourself into another one like it. Chad, I'll stay with you. John Garamendi, I appreciate you very much. Thank you for helping us out.